Hey, what's up, everybody? What is up? Let's do it. Let's just. I'm just over here trying to send it. Sorry. Hey, today I'm gonna be playing some Dead Cells. I want to make sure the stream is good though, so just give me a second, and I will get. I'll start immediately. I just want to make sure everything's good on the stream because I think there might be a quality issue. Of course, there also could not be. Okay. So, edit, and then make public. No, public. Save. Okay. I think it should be public now. Hold on. We be trying to figure. Yeah, okay. We really out here trying to figure out what to do. All right. So I plan on playing some Dead Cells today, and that's just going to be that. That is just going to be that. That's just how that's going to be. I got a new mic too, so there is that as well. And I'm happy with that. All right. Let's start. So I played this game like a ton, and I kind of love this game. You know, because why not? I'm just going to get that sound up as well. I actually like to play a lot of my games with no sound, which is odd. I know. It's like, it's my thing. I don't know why I do it. I just kind of do. Hopefully, it is not too loud. And we still be chilling. I think we are, though. You know? I want to make sure everything's good. Everything's great. And then we're chilling. See? Just like that. Everything's perfect. Looks like everything should be perfect. Alright. We can start the game now. Restart. So I played this game a ton. I actually own it both on PC and on my PS4 because I love it that much. It's just such a fun game. And it's pretty easy to play. It really is. Now, I kind of want to, like, play this game a ton, like, on here, because I kind of love this game again. So, I don't know. This is more of just, like, a test run, and to get back into streaming and to, like, test the old, old microphone of mine that I have that is new. So there's that, I guess. I must sound much better now. I know I sound much better now. You don't need to tell me, because I know. My voice is, like, beautiful. One thing about this game, though, that does kind of suck right now, is that I currently don't have the DLC. It actually came out pretty recently, and I just don't own it yet. That's all. It's like $5. I just have to actually buy it. But it looks pretty cool, and I'm actually pretty excited to buy it. I'll probably be buying it here soon. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. And then I'll definitely be streaming that, probably. Yeah, I love this game, though. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun roguelike. I'm a big roguelike guy. I don't know what it is about their games like this. I just really like them. They're always pretty fun. And if you give me just 1 second, I know I've been clamoring to make sure everything's looking good and everything's fine. I'm sorry about that, by the way. I do want to make sure everything's great and everything's working well. Yes, I will explain what this game is about. For some reason, my chat is not showing up, which is really fun. It's decided that it doesn't want to show up anymore. Which kind of sucks. I don't know why it's not working like that. Whatever. So, yeah. So this game is a roguelike, basically where you just run around and beat up people. That's like the basic idea of it. And let me say, it is hella fun. If you don't already own this game, I'd fucking buy it as soon as possible. It's pretty great. It really is. It's pretty fantastic. I don't know why my chat is not working on here. That is really odd, but whatever. Yeah, roguelike, very fun game, and it's kind of hard for me to explain, so just stick around and watch, and you'll get a feeling for it. It's like hack and slash, basically, but not really. I don't know, like, I'm not really good at explaining things. Yeah, pretty damn fun. So yeah. Now I haven't started at the beginning of the game. I've just started at where I was playing. And I'm like pretty far in the game. I've beaten the game like a few times now. And once you beat the game once, you unlock a harder version of the game, and then once you beat the harder version of the game, then you go on to an even harder version of the game. It just kind of repeats itself, but that's all stuff I love. So there is that. Every floor has a challenge thing to do, and it's like either get there in a certain amount of time or kill a certain amount of enemies without getting hit. I've already failed the time thing because on the first floor it is always get to the second area with 2 minutes to spare. Not 2 minutes to spare, within 2 minutes, and I didn't do that, so there's that. You know, there's that, I guess. But I do need to get 30 enemies without getting hit, and I've already done that, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Right now, I'm just planning on going to go fight another boss that I have not fought yet. Yeah, it's kind of like Binding of Isaac, basically. It's very, very similar, but also very different. While Binding of Isaac is more like it's top-down shooting and, you know, dodging bullets. This is more melee-based and more, I would say, more fast-paced. When I play Binding of Isaac, it's very slow, everything's kind of drawn out. This, not so much. It's very fast, very fluent. Like, it's more like, if you know the game Rogue Legacy, it's more like that. In that it's very, very fast-paced. You just go around, fight monsters, fight some bosses, you're done. That's it. But it's very difficult as well, which I love games like that. I don't know why. They just always are. They're just my bread and butter. Just my bread and butter. So, yeah. I'm decent at this game. I'm not, like, fantastic. But I can be pretty good. And that is what I like. When I'm, like, decent at a game, I don't need to master it, alright? I just want to be pretty decent at it. If I can be pretty decent, I'm happy. So I love Puyo Puyo Tetris. It's because I'm pretty decent at the game, and I can play pretty well. I didn't want to do that. I want to do that. Basically what he did was he upgraded my weapon. I'm now going to do more damage, but it costed money. So, you know, I have less money, but that's not really an issue. One thing that I can use if I lose a lot of health is the health filler thing. I've always just called it Estus because I like Dark Souls, and that's the first thing I immediately think of when I see of a health recharge thing like that. It's just how it is, basically. But yeah, if I'm low on health, I can refill, but I need to get to the next level before it can fully recharge. As I upgrade it through going through the game, you get more and more charges at once, and in this case, I have 3. I'm going to have 4 here soon once I upgrade it farther. So there's that. And let me say, this game is running much better than the other game I wanted to stream today. I actually wanted to stream Dark Souls 2 and play through some of that because I actually want to play through that in my own time and just kind of play through it and just chill because I want to beat it on my computer, basically. I've already beaten it plenty of times on my console, but I want to beat it on PC as well, as it just makes me feel like I've accomplished another thing. And damn it. Okay, so I got hit there, which means the entire streak that I built up with enemies of not getting hit, completely lost. Completely lost. I have to restart all the way over. Which means my likelihood of getting the, I think, 60 enemies without getting hit to get the special room thing is not happening anymore. That's what that means. That's what that tells me. I can get them hit by the most mundane, stupid thing, and everything I had worked up for is lost. However, I can still make it for the time trial, which is fine for me, which I kind of want. Time trial, I normally get every time, just because, I mean, I kind of rush through these places pretty quickly. It's just how I like to play my games. A bit speedy, you know? So there's that. Yeah. I'm not going to be streaming for too long. I just wanted to chill, show the new microphone off, you know, get back into the groove of things when it comes to streaming, and, you know, show that I'm not necessarily dead. I know I did upload a Valentine's video about me fucking masturbating, and that was fun. That was a fun time, but yeah, whatever. I want to make sure to tell you that I am not dead, and I'm not going to be quitting here soon, even if it might just be smart to. Yeah, I don't know. This channel, I want to get back into. I want to continue doing. It's my baby. I've been doing it for forever, and it's not that I hate it. It's not that I am like worn out or anything. It's just that I just don't have the drive to make anything. You know, you can't force an artist to create. They have to create on their own terms. And while I am basically just churning these things out, or I was basically just churning things out, I did have the creative drive to make them, and I was content with that. I am no longer content. So I want to make something more. That's why I waited so long before I even made the Valentine's Day video, or any video that wasn't the Valentine's Day video. It's because I wanted to make sure what I was making was funny enough that I would laugh at it, and it wasn't just crap. Literally, I spent 3 hours making that 30-second video. Why? Because I wanted to make sure it was good. And it's like mediocre at best, but that's fine with me. For right now, that's fine. I would like to just get back in. Thank you. I would just like to get back into groove of things. That's basically it. So if you're curious as to where I am, I'm here. I'm still here. And I don't want to go anywhere. Trust me. I love doing this too much. But one thing I do not love is trying to find this damned secret entrance. So basically what I have to do is I have to enter through a secret entrance in this level to head to an area called the Ancient Sewers. The Ancient Sewers then leads me to another boss. Another boss that is on like a completely side path. Pretty easy boss overall, but when I get there, I'll get there, basically. But the only way I can get there is through a certain secret passage that I have to find, and I have to like slam into the whole ground, like do one of these numbers. And it's just a matter of finding it, and which is, you know, great and all. I love just, you know, wasting precious time trying to find an area that is just going to be right under me. Also, Pixel, I appreciate it. I do. I'm not really... I don't stream that much anyways. So, it's not like you'll have much to watch. I found it, if you were curious as to what that was. Yeah. As I was saying, this game's pretty damn fun. I know I say that a lot. It's just that when I play a game that I really enjoy, just sitting around and playing in my own time, I'm going to tell people, even if they don't necessarily want to listen. And that's just kind of the person I am. That's why I like playing Dark Souls so much. It's just, I don't know. I'm very me. I realize that. I'm very me. I mean, so is everyone else. They're very them. But I'm very me when it comes to my own tastes. I'm very odd when it comes to what I like. It's a lot of the stuff I like is just rehashes of other things, and they might not be that great, but at the end of the day, I'm fine with that. I enjoy being at the place I am right now, and where I am in life, and you know, I'm just content with what I do. It's the same reason why I love playing all 3 of the Dark Souls games over and over and over again until I have every single part of them memorized. It's the same reason why I love playing this game so much, because it's all the same, and I can destroy it. You know, that's why I love playing Tetris. At the end of the day, Tetris doesn't change up on you. You have to figure out how to you know, make sure lines are created and they're destroyed. And there's only one thing you can do other than just drop them down, and that's what's the word? Holding the blocks, and that's it. I very rarely even do that. I don't like holding the blocks. I don't know why. I'm very odd when it comes to my Tetris gameplay. I take the more professional, like when you watch a professional Tetris player, I guess, a speedrun. Like, I don't know what to call them. They're not necessarily speedrun. They're just like really good at Tetris. When you watch a professional Tetris player, they will go fast and will just slap the blocks down. I play exactly like that, except in a much sloppier way. It normally works out in my favor though, because I don't know, it just does normally. And when it doesn't, I curse out. Yeah. Thanks, Pixel. I will. And have a nice one. Have a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I play Tetris. It's sloppy. That's basically it. A sloppy Tetris player. Write that on my gravestone, please, for the love of God. That's all I want to know. That's all I want people to know about me. That I'm a sloppy Tetris player. Because I am. I'm such a sloppy Tetris player. I'm fast and loose. Take that in however you want to take it. I don't really care. Yeah, just slap down bricks and just hope it works. A lot of time it does work. A lot of time it does. It's just a lot of times it also doesn't. You know? A lot of times. Ugh. I'll probably do some streams here soon about Tetris. Just to play it. Because I'm like decent at it. I really am. I'm pretty good at Tetris. It's just I have to think more about what I do. And be a little bit more careful at how I play. Oh, like that. I wish I was more careful. I just wish carefulness is what I need. That's a story of my life, honestly. I know I'm like sitting here saying the same goddamn things about Dead Cells, but I can talk about something serious, which is pretty cool, I guess. My life is plagued by carefulness. And the one thing that I'm not careful in is Tetris. Which is odd. Because you would think I'd be more careful in a game that is a puzzle game based on how well you are able to put blocks down, but I'm not. Which is odd. Very fun, though. Yeah, plagued by carefulness. I overthink goddamn everything. Even doing this, I was overthinking stuff. I realize that's like one of my big mistakes and big flaws as being human. And I'm so worried about something going wrong that I can even stop myself from doing what I want to do. It's true. It's the same reason why I don't record sometimes. It's because I'm so worried something's going to go wrong that I don't record. It's the same reason why I'm stuck where I am right now with many portions of my life. I'm not going to go deep into it because, I probably will unveil it one day. You know, one day I can look back and say, oh, that was funny. Or, you know, oh, I'm a failure. Nah, I wouldn't be saying that. I'd laugh at myself. I would never call myself a failure. I would just be like, oh my God, that was horrible. It's the same reason why I hate myself when I was recording things back in like 8th grade. I'm so nasally in those videos and I hate it. But I'm not like failing at anything. They're just kind of cringeworthy and I love it. That's what I live for. I live to make people, you know, laugh and be happy, even if it is at my own, even if it cost me some coolness points. I don't really care. As long as I'm able to make people laugh and enjoy themselves, I'm happy. It's the same reason why I don't mind getting made fun of. Because you can't stress those things. Because at the end of the day, the only person that really matters to you is yourself. And you want to make sure that you know that you're good for yourself. Now, I know... What's up, Finn? I know that I'm not necessarily supposed to be philosophical. I'd randomly do that. Sometimes I'll think so hard, I just become fucking Socrates, and it's great. I love being Socrates. You know? Dude. Think about it like this. Socrates had a first name. That's all he had. He's such a cool dude that he only needs his first name. He probably didn't have a last name, though. If he did, I wonder what his last name was. It was probably something like... It had to be something Greek, but like... How Greek? You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to open that door. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he might have had a last name. I actually want to look this up. Which is odd. I'm going to look it up right now. Does Socrates have a last name? Oh. Does Socrates believe in God? No. I don't think he does. Does Socrates have a last name? No. The only last name that he has... You know, Finn, I've already said hi to you. Thank you, Finn. Thank you. Thanks. He does not have a last name. The only thing you'd have to call him is like son of... I can't even say his father's name. It's so Greek. It's so Greek. I can't even say it. Don't you just hate that? When something is so foreign that you can't even say it? That sounded racist. And that's not what I meant by it. I meant like, oh, I can't pronounce that word because it's so not in my native tongue. Like when you look at a Russian word and it has like that backwards R, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Like, how am I even supposed to... What am I supposed to do with that? Or like any other like Russian alphabet letter that is not like we're already one of our own. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, don't they have like a special N? Right. And like they have a bunch of N's and M's in a row. Their cursive must be crazy. Can we talk about foreign language for a second? Foreign language is so interesting, yet so horrible at the same time. So is English. English is horrible. And for other people to look onto English and say, wow, that is a lovely language, I'm never going to be able to learn it because it is so goddamn complex, which it is. English is a horrible language. It is. It's a horrible language. We have so many rules that break themselves. At least with other languages, they don't. But that's why language is such an odd thing. It really is. It's so odd because everything is different, always. It's never the same. Never. And when it is, it's normally because the language was brought up from, like, an ancestor of, like, Latin or something. Like, when two Latin languages have similar words to them, it's just because it's Latin. But if, like, I want to go to Chinese and learn Chinese, if I want to go to China and learn Chinese, Latin's not going to help me whatsoever. You know, one of these days, and this is going to sound a bit odd, I feel like the human race should just make a language for all the people. And they could adapt all of languages into it, you know, and try to go from there. But why haven't we already started doing that? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. But why haven't we already started doing that? If we can all, you know, speak the same way and start understanding each other, wouldn't that, like, help, like a ton. I know it's a lot to create a new language and all, but if it can like help out all of everybody, that'd be pretty cool. You know, these ramblings. I'm rambling about foreign language while I'm fighting a tentacle monster. This is practically goddamn anime at this point. But I'm actually kind of serious about that. Why have we not created a language that everyone already speaks? And then we would teach it to our kids, and they would teach it to their kids, and they would go farther from there. It's a foolproof plan. The only thing that would stop it is nationalism. But as long as we don't have nationalism, that's not true. We need nationalism. But as long as we put down our arms for a second and say, you know what? Let's just make a language that everyone can understand. Like, I'm not saying it needs to be English. I'm saying that it could be whatever language. But I'm saying that if we all had a language that we were able to speak and we were able to understand, there wouldn't be an issue in communication. It would kind of put all translators out of their job, but it would fix a world problem, and we would never have it's not called English. It's not just called English, Finn. It's hell, I'd start speaking Chinese if I need to, if the entire world would be able to understand me. I'm more interested if you want to come up? Thank you. I'm more interested in letting everyone know what I want to say, rather than having to translate it. I don't know. Like it's just like one of those things that like kind of keeps me up at night. And it's like, why haven't we already done this? And yeah, I have a lot of free time, as you can probably tell. I have so much free time that I'm like able to have an actual conversation with myself about why we don't have a all-encompassing language. I can't fucking speak. I can't. More people speak Spanish than English. Yeah, I believe that. I also believe that there are more, I believe, Indian speakers than English, and more Chinese. It's because I'm more interested in getting a language that everyone knows than just, English. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to, I would learn a language if necessary, if everyone would be able to understand what I'm saying. Like I said before, when I said I would learn Chinese if necessary. I took a year, all right? I know what's up. I feel like, I'm pretty sure, like, turkey is, like, fire chicken or something. I don't remember for sure, but it's something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if I learn that and, like, I know how to go from there, I think I got Chinese down pretty much. And then I'd be able to speak with literally the rest of the 8 billion people that are on this earth. Think about that. Think how many issues that would solve. Maybe it's just like 2 or 3, but that's more than none. You know what I'm saying? Look, all right, just already make me a leader of a country already. I'll fix all our problems. You know, make me the leader of the League of Nations. Not the UN. No, I want to go back to the League of Nations. And I'll rule from there. You know what I'm saying? Let me do that. Let's go back in time, all right? Back to when the League of Nations was a thing. Put me in charge, and I'll say, everybody, hold up. Let's make a world language. It could be grunts for all I care. I just want everyone to understand what I'm saying. I don't think that's crazy. I think that's kind of fair. You know what I'm saying? It's got like it's I think it's an understandable thing. Man, no wonder I stopped streaming. I don't have any good discussion topics. Let me ramble for a few seconds. I mean, it's what I do, and that's just kind of how I talk to people anyways. So it's nothing like new. I'm kind of scared I'm going to go in this room. It's nothing new. I've said this to so many people, but I am like a 60-year-old man in a 16-year-old body. It's just because I complain so goddamn much. I'll complain about language. I'll complain about my work. I'll complain about life. I'll complain about stuff that doesn't even matter. And it's just who I am. Oh, wow. My game just froze. That was odd. Okay. Yeah, I just complain so goddamn much. If there's one thing I'd like to fix, it's that. I would rather not complain always. I mean, that's not true. I think complaining's nice. And I think all people should really let their sorrows out by complaining. It's nice to complain, actually. It helps you think about things through and really helps you stand up for oneself and say, you know what, this is wrong, or this is bad, and blah, 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 blah. I would say complain once in your life. Why is my game freezing so much? You know what I'm saying? Just to, complain a little bit here, complain a little bit there, and everything will be hunky-dory. I mean, try it out. Do a little complaining yourself. Complain a little bit, then come back to me and tell me I'm wrong. And if you do, then I'll accept that I'm wrong. But you have to try it first, okay? It's like eating vegetables as a young boy. Your mom was like, "Oh, you gotta try them first before you say you don't like them," and then you try them and you don't like them anyways. Don't treat me like that, please. Just actually try. I mean, everyone complains, but no one complains on the level that I'm asking you to, other than me. Yeah, I want to rant about ranting. That just shows you how how great I am at this. At just ranting. Hey, it's a skill, It's a skill. If you're able to rant about anything, dude, I'd be like the greatest politician. I got a voice for it, right? I can rant about literally anything and I can make problems up. Dude, put me... I don't want to be the president. Put me as, the secretary of, defense. All right? I do a hell of a job. I defend the country from who knows what. And, I'd go from there. Because we all know the country needs defending from something. From something. When the aliens start coming down and, start probing our people, I'll be there to protect us. And I'll tell to the public, you just gotta complain once in your life. And everything will be saved. And that's all we need to do. God, oh my God. Stop hitting. Oh my God. You like listening to my rants? You must be a madman. I like listening to my rants, but I like listening to my reactions to stuff because I am so dramatic when it comes to my reactions. Especially something that is expected. When I was playing the Dark Souls randomizer, and I would find Manus, I would want to fucking shoot myself every time. And I nearly did once or twice. And I remember, I was like, oh, no Manus. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It was so funny. I remember watching it back. Dude, I'm going to rewatch it back later tonight. Because it's so funny now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I love my reactions. Just subbed? Oh, thanks. I don't know why. There's nothing interesting. But I appreciate it. Thank you. There is nothing interesting whatsoever. I sit here and I rant for an hour and then I go and do other stuff in my own time, which is literally just this. But rather than saying everything out loud, I do it in my head. It's kind of sad, but it's very true. I really, that's kind of how I do everything in life. I will do something and then just complain about it mentally. You could ask my boss at work. I'm not going to tell you where I work, but I work at a pizza place. You could ask my boss. I complain to her more than anyone she's ever talked to in, the 7 or 8 years that she's been working there. That's the kind of person I am. I just fucking complain. Don't know why. Just who I am. Goes back to the whole I'm a 60-year-old person. And speaking of that, I'm a 60-year-old not because I just complained, but also because I'm I have the body of a 60-year-old. Now that's really odd to say, but very true. I'm always very sore. Don't know why. Like, it's not like I'm doing anything, but I'll do something, and I'll just be like, I'll just fucking wake up the next day, and I'm like, what the hell happened to my back? Like, I'll actually pull out, like, the grandpa groans. Like, you get up, and he's just like, ugh, as he gets up. Just, like, not even, like, that far. Like, he's just moving up a little bit. He's just sitting up a little bit. Ugh. Ouch, that one hurt. That's who I am. I'm a fucking old man, and it's sad. I'm 16. I don't know what I'm gonna be age-wise when I'm 60. Will I be like 120? Like, will I be dying? I don't plan on reaching 60-year-old. I actually plan on dying by the age of 25. Why? Well, it's not like a plan or anything. It's just like a bet. Like, I'm betting with myself. I'm betting with myself about $20. I'm gonna die by the age of 25. Any reason why? Yeah, it's called cholesterol, but also because, I don't know. No idea. I just started saying it one day. You know what? I'm gonna die by the age of 25, and I've just stuck with it. I haven't changed anything in my life to push that and get anywhere closer to actually dying. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna probably die by the age of 25. Put money on it, you know. Bet with myself here, $20. Yeah, I'm gonna die by the age of 25. I've actually had a bet. I'm betting with someone that one of us is gonna die by the end of this decade, and you know we'll be like 20. We'll be like almost 30 by the end of this decade, which is crazy to think about. Which, you know, it's crazy. In 10 years, my life will have fully evolved, and I'm gonna be a fully functioning adult out there, not doing this, but probably not being an engineer, because honestly that's not going to work out, but like being on the streets asking for money, because nothing's going to work out for me, you know. And I'll be out there and I'll be like, I'm living the life. I'm a fully fledged adult, and that's just how that's going to be. And if one of us dies by before the decade, then we owe the other one $20. So, what I'm actually asking you guys is to kill me. I need you guys to kill me by the end of this decade, because I want $20 as much as the next guy. And frankly, come on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just give me a little, help me out. It's not really like I'm wishing for much. You know what I'm saying? Like, being an engineer would be cool and all, but like, what are the chances I actually become an engineer? It's like a flooded market. You know what I'm saying? Who needs it? Who needs it? Like, I could, like, do stuff with the computers, and that'd be pretty cool and all, but, like, flooded market. I think that's actually one of the more worrisome things that are, like, coming up for me. Like, I want to be an engineer. And, like, all joking aside, I actually want to be an engineer and help people out with creating things. I don't know why, but I've always just been so interested with not necessarily inventing things, but creating things that would help people. You know, like, not necessarily medical equipment, but, like, things that would be more efficient. Because I like efficiency. Efficiency is fun. Even if even if I'm not necessarily efficient. Yeah, I think we all want $20 and to die. No one's been alive since 2012. So I'm happy that we all can agree on that. But back to the engineering thing. I am actually kind of worried about it, and I want to help people with whatever I'm going to help people with. But I'm actually kind of worried because now I've been thinking, and I've been really, really like wondering to myself, is this whole engineering thing going to work out? And I'm of course going to push towards it and, fight my way to be the best damn engineer I can be. But what are the chances it's going to work out for me? You know what I'm saying? With the uprising, good word for it. It sounds like a fucking revolution. With the increase in people wanting to be engineers, because it's such a interesting job, and it's such a wide array of jobs. It's a genuine worry that there isn't going to be enough jobs, and if there is, there's going to be someone more qualified than me. Well, I mean, there's bound to be, but I'm worried that that's going to affect me occupational wise, and I don't necessarily have a second plan, which sucks. Like, I don't know what my backup option is. I mean, I have a few, but they're more of wet dreams than backup options. Like, I would love to entertain people. And as you can probably tell right now, I'm not necessarily doing that. I'm more of just ranting, which can be entertaining to the right audience, but not necessarily the audience that not necessarily the audience I'm necessarily doing this for. I'm doing it for myself, but also just to make people laugh. And at the end of the day, my commentary is just me ranting. And it makes people laugh sometimes, which is, I guess, fine enough for me right now. But I don't know. I want to entertain people. I want to make jokes. I want to be able to... It's stuff like that. Like, I want to be the next Gabriel Iglesias. You know what I'm saying? That'd be my side option, which, now that I've explained it, sounds more like a wet dream, doesn't it? It's because it's a much harder job and it's more luck worth. It's more luck. And I'm the luckiest person I know, but I'm not that lucky. I mean, I'm so unlucky that I opened a fortune cookie a few days ago and it had no fortune in it. So, yeah, I think I might die here soon anyways. I don't know. And I'm not, entertainment or engineering. I also want to be... creative. Creativeness is really fun. I'm not necessarily creative with words, but I can be creative with designs, which is like my kind of thing. Not like an architect, but more like a character designer, or not necessarily like a writer. Which a writer I think would be pretty cool. I'm not necessarily great literally, as you can probably tell from me just pronouncing that goddamn word, and my use of curses. Very often, I curse a lot for whatever reason. It's not like I do that. I don't curse that much in real life. I mean, I do. Like, I curse kind of often. I curse a lot more than a lot of my friends, but it's more for emphasis and humor. And a lot of times it works out in my favor. But I'm saying, like, being a writer is so... It would be difficult. Yeah, I'm interested in mechanical engineering and that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I've never really gone anywhere near it, but I've always wanted to work with it. Like, I've also been really interested in coding. Coding's always really fun for me, and I'm able to attach myself pretty well to it. I would just need to learn the other types of scripts. Like, I have some background in JavaScript, but like C++ and Python, I have no background in. And I would have to completely teach myself, which is fine. I'm good. I'm fine with teaching myself. It's just a matter of doing it. And I know a lot of my friends currently are trying to go into medical jobs, which actually will work out better for them than it will for me. Because medical, no one wants to go into a medical field. Well, that's not true. A lot of people want to go into the medical field because it's a high-paying field, but also because it's so interested. I have taken some coding and engineering classes. I'm currently trying to take the best math classes that I can, best science classes I can, to get more into like physics and more into calculus and stuff, so I can start really pushing myself towards that area, Pixel. It's a matter of doing it. Coding, of course, I'm gonna have come in one, just one. Okay, I'll take it. I'm gonna try to push myself more this upcoming year, my senior year. I'm gonna be pushing myself more towards coding in my free time. I don't want to do it in a class. I would rather do it in my free time and learn my own way, which is just how I like to learn in general. I like to learn from me teaching myself, not necessarily other people teaching me, because then I can go at my own speed and I can practice more on things I want to practice on, and if I think I'm good at something, I can move on immediately rather than, then take a test, do a quiz, give me vocab, give me everything you need. I don't need that. I just, okay, I got it. And then I can move on, which is, I think, the best way for someone to teach anything. If the person knows what they want and they're doing it well, I would say move on. Oh, also, new boss. I haven't fought him yet on PC. He's a giant. He actually came into a recent update. He's technically DLC. He's a free DLC technically. The DLC that I haven't got is the Bad Seed that came out, I think the 14th. No, came out I think the 16th. And I will be getting that pretty soon. He's a pretty fun fight though. I really like his fight. Let's hope I can do it here first try. That would be really nice. And I would feel really happy about myself. You know, having an entire conversation about you know, my wants in a job, an occupation, and fighting a giant. It's funny. I don't know why I do so well playing video games. I play really well when I'm talking about serious topics. It's just like always been that way. It's nothing new to me. It's just when I'm talking about serious topics, I normally play much better. I never understand it. I remember like a month ago I was doing the Dark Souls randomizer and I I started talking about internet providers and I was going up against the Gargoyles which was extremely difficult for me. And I beat it that try that I was talking about internet providers. And I don't know. I don't know how my mind works. I just play much better during, not necessarily tense, but like, I guess I'm just going to destroy this hand now because I messed that up. I don't know. It's just a weird thing that I do. I also do it in real life where I'll do really well when I'm talking about something serious. And it's not that I'm focusing on the game or what that thing I'm supposed to be focusing on. I'm focusing on talking, and I'll play better. And that's not normally how that goes. Normally when you're talking about something else and you're not focusing on what you're supposed to be doing, you'll actually perform worse. That's normally with video games and streamers. That's like one of the bigger issues they have. With like streaming and stuff is that when they start talking, they'll make more mistakes, which makes sense logically. I just don't get that. There's also a thing called like Let's Player's Curse that I get a lot of, where I'll say something's really easy and then it just won't be for whatever reason, which is like fine, I guess. It just sucks when you say something's easy and then it's just not. Okay, I just took a ass ton of damage and I'd rather not do that again. Just, you know, for future reference. You know what I'm saying? This fight isn't too hard. It's actually, I really enjoy this fight. It's nothing like out of this world. It's pretty average. And again, I've fought this guy a few times, so you're not like seeing my first reaction or anything, which also, you know, pushes me to know exactly what I want from this. Yeah. I'm like halfway through his health. I have no healing left, but I'm actually not worried about that. Because his... Oh, that's not good. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, back to what I was talking about, I guess, because as soon as I stop talking about, like, actual, like, serious things, I do worse. Yeah, but I don't know where I want to do, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't know what my plan is, because I'm not 100% sure what's going to work out and what's not. And I think everyone has that. I'm dead. I think everyone has that fear in the back of their mind that they're not sure what's going to work out. And I just like, you know, I am like every other human being. I have that same fear. I'm not sure if engineering is going to work out in my favor. And I'm not sure if I can push myself to that point where I'm going to be able to get there. which is sad. It's sad to say, but I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. I mean, of course, there's also, the off chance I randomly do something else, which is cool. I think the chance that I can go out and do something else that I might just absolutely love is also kind of an interesting thought. But I don't know. If there's one thing you should take from today's stream, it's that I don't know. Crash doesn't know anything. And if I ever get a Netflix comedy special, that's what it's going to be called. I don't know. That might be taken. So it just might be. Crash doesn't know. That also might be taken. A lot of things are taken. Copyright's such an interesting thing. Because for a while, I believe it was like you'd have your product for about 53-ish years, and then it would go out into the public, and then, whatever, go out and whoever wanted to use it could use it. But I'm pretty sure it was Disney that changed the game. I know, we're going off a tangent on copyright. It's whatever. I don't care. Whatever. I'm going to tell your story, okay, about copyright. I'm pretty sure it was Disney that actually had helped change and mold the copyright that we have today, because the 50 years had passed, and Mickey D. Mouse was going to be under, I don't know if his middle name's D, was going to be under the public eye and could be used for whatever the public wanted, be it fan fictions or I don't know what the public wants. I don't even know what I want. And they fought it. If I remember, if I know this correctly, which is always possible, I don't, which is always fine with me. I don't care if I'm wrong. I do care. Yeah, they made it like 140 years. It's because they fought. They fought to have Mickey D. Mouse. I don't know why I can't. I don't know what D stand for. Doug? Mickey Doug Mouse. What the hell? Me? Where are you going with this? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, they fought so hard for it, and they wanted to increase it. Now copyright just kind of sucks, and now they're in an even bigger mess with all the animated movies. The whole reason they're remaking these movies and making them live action is so they have the copyright over them still, because then they can just be like, oh, let me buy the trademark one more time, and then they're gonna have them until fucking 2150. That's not how you say that number, but I don't really care. That's a lot of people think I'm caring. I'm not. Okay, we've already gone over this. I do not care. But yeah, I mean, they really screwed it over, and it's something that's like kind of interesting to me. I think copyright's such an interesting idea. Like, oh, you can't name your thing that, or no, you can't say that's yours for a while, and it doesn't always work the way you would think it would work. Like, people can copyright dances that are are fully choreographed. That's not the word for it, but like there's like full development behind it, which would make sense because they actually created the dance. But people can also just fucking copyright the whip, the movement where you put your arm in front of you. They can just copyright that. The song that everyone knows, Birthday, the Happy Birthday song, copyrighted. TV studios and games alike were unable to make to do anything with the Happy Birthday song. I think if I try to sing it now, no, actually, I think the copyright's been lifted on it, but it was copyrighted for the longest time, and people would get like full on legal trouble for singing the Happy Birthday song, which is such an odd thing to me because everyone knows it and everyone sings it. Like, the first thing you think about when you think of a birthday, other than, all the waiters coming over and singing Happy Birthday, is your family doing that. Which makes sense, because that's the whole point of the song, to celebrate your birthday. I don't know. yeah, maybe that's what I should, go into occupation wise. Politics. I said this earlier as a joke, but I'm actually in AP Gov currently, and I'm learning such interesting things that I already know. And you're going through the classes and you realize, oh, I know that. No, that's a basic topic that I can kind of just pick up and use, I guess. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with the term log rolling, but I know what it is. That's pretty cool. Like, pork barrel? What the fuck? I know what the word means, but how is that going to help me in engineering? But I'm actually, like coding. I'm able to pick up politics pretty easily, and I'm able to understand, why we do certain things decently well. And what's the word I'm looking for? And I'm not necessarily interested in it, but I'm able to do well with politics. You can't necessarily say that about everyone. Not everyone is, Donald J. Trump and knows their way around the politics, I guess. I don't know. I also think it's kind of interesting that Trump is president. He's going to be the likelihood that he's going to get reelected is kind of high, right? Not to get political, just like on a whole statistics standpoint, he's likely to be reelected. There's got a lot of inner fighting in the whole Democratic race. Literally, I've heard nothing about other Republicans running in the presidential race. So he's very likely to win. And that's not necessarily I want that, but it's just likely. I don't really care if he's president. Like, I plan to move to Armenia. That's not true either, but I don't care if he's president. Unlike a lot of people, who really care, I could care less. And now that I've said I could care less a lot, now it really sounds like I care. It really does. I do that a lot, where I'll be like, oh, I care less. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I don't know why. It's just I do. But he's very likely to win. And he's going to be the first ever president to be impeached and then reelected, which is weird, which is kind of crazy. Because he's not convicted for anything, but he was officially accused, which is actually what impeachment is, being accused, which is kind of crazy. It's like if Nixon ran again, or if Nixon tried to run again and had the ability to. He doesn't. He didn't, not present tense, past tense. Yeah, he can't run again because he's dead, but also because he already served 2 terms. It was a second term that... What? Why can I teleport up here? That was odd. It was his second term that he got impeached and then convicted on. And well, he didn't get impeached technically. Technically, he didn't get impeached. He resigned. Well, no, he was impeached, but he resigned before he could get kicked out of office. That's what I meant. If he got impeached on his first term and then ran again, he might be the first president. He might have been the first president to do that. But I think in his case, very, very small chance. He actually, committed a crime and spied on people. So Donald J. Trump is just racist sometimes. And people are like, you know what? I don't want him as president, which is fair. That's fair. You don't want a president that's racist, which is that's fair. That's fair. I don't know why I'm talking about politics. I hate politics. I do. I think politics suck. But again, I'm able to understand them pretty well. But they suck. I hate politics. Because it's just oh, okay. When I see in the news, oh, new law. Cool, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm pretty happy about that. I think the main reason I don't like politics is because, just because the community behind it. It's like when you watch Rick and Morty and then you go on when you would go on like Musically, because it was still alive then, and you would see like really cringy Musically things. And then Pickle Rick came around, and it just made it worse. It's the same reason why I only talk about anime to certain people, because I like anime. Damn it, I had like 90 people. I had 90 kills that I didn't hit. I was pretty happy with myself. Damn it. It's the same. I really enjoy anime, and I'm actually, I'm pretty avid about that. And, it's been pretty recently I've actually got back into anime, and I've started watching more and more. I'm actually here soon. I want to start watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for the first time, because it's a classic and I never got to watch it. There's a lot of classic animes I've never really got to watch. But I'll get to that in a second. I want to talk more about politics because I was still on that topic. I hate it because the community. People are so divided, and it's the first thing people will bring up sometimes. Like, oh, what's your political view? Or, hey, what's your thoughts on Trump? And I'm just like, I don't care. Please, I don't care. Let's just talk about something else. You like video games? I like video games. And it's a necessary part of life because it's what governs the country. But it's just like not fun, And I don't know about you, but I like fun. It's just like who I am, Just the kind of guy I am, you know what I'm saying? It's just not my thing. Which I think it's not a lot of people's thing anymore. I'm pretty sure people's like thoughts on like political institutes and political parties have just lowered. Like trust is lowered. There's a specific term for it that I'm forgetting. It's like political linkage, I think it is. Or it's something like that, where it describes the public's trust on the government. And for our country, it's like low. It's kind of low. And it's just because, well, we kind of have been lied to, and like our presidents have been bad recently, that kind of stuff. I don't know. Not my business to say. But it's like stuff like that are not many people trust the country anymore, which is understandable. It's like an abusive boyfriend. You don't want to go back to it, but if he pays the bills, he kind of pays the bills. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a lot of people trust our country, and I just don't like politics, and I understand how people don't trust I trust our country. It's what whatever, I don't care. Like I said, I don't really care about politics, so I trust him enough to be like, yeah, you got it. I'm just gonna sit back over here. I'll try to get an engineering degree. If that doesn't work out, I'll be a hobo. Then I'll start caring, because then homelessness is a big issue. I'll see you then, I guess. And that's basically it. Now that I've ranted about politics for what was it, like 10 minutes, let's talk about anime. I really like anime. I've recently been getting into it again. I actually did like a huge binge sesh like 2 years ago, where I kind of no-lifed a bunch of series for a while. And, I just went from there. And I didn't necessarily do that again, but I did on a much smaller scale. Like, I think I've watched like 15 or so animes. They're all like decently short. Like, 12 episodes long, 13 episodes long. And it's just been like these past 2 months. You could think one of my lovely friends, she has gifted me her Funimation account. So I was able to just browse at my leisure. I have a Crunchyroll account on my own. Not one that I buy because I'm a cheap fuck, and I like it that way, frankly. But she purchased her own Funimation account, and she lets me use it, which, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord she's in my life, because I would not be watching anime if it wasn't for her. It would take me longer to get back into it. Bless her. She knows exactly who she is. but she'll never see this, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, this is a challenge room. I haven't done one yet on this version of the game I own. Basically, it gives you these things, and then you have to not die, which is fun. I like not dying. It's like how I live my life normally. You know? You know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck. Yeah, I just have to get to the end without dying, and that's kind of easy as fuck, because I'm pretty good at this game. He says as he gets hit on literally everything. Yeah, it's like the whole Let's Player curse, you know. Cells at Work. It's it's literally on my Crunchyroll playlist, and I've been meaning to watch it for like a while. And I actually plan on watching it here soon. I'll probably watch it not necessarily right after I want to say Metal Gear Solid. Very good anime, just like Cory in the House. Right after Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because that's like a long one. It's like 64 episodes, and Cells at Work is shorter. I'll probably watch it afterwards. I mean to. I really do. It's on my list. I will show you later. It's on my list. You don't believe? I tell that a lot of people, where it's like, oh, it's on my list of animes to watch, and like whenever you're ever gonna watch them. I said, yeah, probably. Just it's gonna be a while. But that one's been on my list for literally a year and a half, so. Or probably less than that. I'm pretty sure it came out last year, right? Pretty sure. Or like late 2018, I think. If I remember correctly. Because I remember going on r/anime memes, and it was pretty big. And yeah, that's how I spend my days. r/anime memes. Reddit's such an interesting place. I'm like one of the very few people I know that uses it, which is fine. I don't expect a lot of people to use it, and you know, I'm fine with if I'm the only one who uses it. I like the social media though. Provides a lot of useful knowledge and a lot of funny laughs. But back to anime. Yeah, I there's so many classics that I haven't watched that everyone is like, you gotta watch it. Like JoJo. I want to watch JoJo, but I also don't want to watch JoJo because everyone is saying, watch JoJo. And it gets to me. And I say, Jesus, please smite these people. Stop having them say to me, watch JoJo. Because I don't want to watch JoJo if you tell me to watch it every goddamn time I bring up anime. It happens every single time. It does, and I hate it. I actually hate it. What's up, Thunder Gaming? I haven't seen your face in a while. Enjoyed the show, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to watch JoJo. It's the same thing that I have with, or it's the same thing I had with Hunter x Hunter. It's just so many people recommend it, and it's horrible. No, it's not horrible. It's just I hate when people recommend me, like mass recommend me things. It's like, all right, I'll get to it. And then they don't stop. They don't stop. And you ask yourself, should I even watch this now? And the answer should always be no. It's the same reason why I'm going to wait forever to watch Breaking Bad. I mean to watch it. Oh. Okay, that was odd. Like, my Chrome just, like, crashed. Because I have the screen, I'm playing, and then behind it is the stream itself. Like, showing that it's... Don't watch anime. I have my Chrome window behind it that shows the stream still running. And it, why is my map doing that? Why is my map in-game randomly just stop working? That's really odd. That really is. You know, Thunder Gaming. I appreciate, you know. You didn't like. Okay, so now we have a we have a war here. Is Breaking Bad a good show? I hear it is. I'm not gonna watch it for a while. Why? It's the same thing with JoJo. I don't want to watch JoJo because everyone recommends me it. Same reason why I'm not gonna watch Game of Thrones, but also because I'm just not interested in Game of Thrones. Like, I get the concepts cool and all, not my thing. Like, I mean, I like dragons and I like, you know, that kind of stuff. Just not my kind of thing to watch. Go, you're welcome to do that, Thunder Game. Go watch an epic Vanoss gaming video. At least then you'll get more laughs than you do here. I mean, God. You know, speaking of Vanoss, he has the fucking rainbow thumbnail on lock. You know what I'm saying? He kills it with his thumbnails. I know Game of Thrones is incest. I know. That's not going to sway me to watch it anymore. Actually. No, I mean, yeah, I know. It's like a big thing. There's also, I believe there's an actor that, like, basically grew up on the show. I forget her name. But she, like, grew up on the show, and then, like, on the last season, she showed her tits, and everyone was like, oh my God! Like, she literally grew up from a child to this full-grown adult, and it's just like, wow, okay. Which is, like, good for her, you know. She's welcome to make those choices. It's just like, oh, huh. That's the kind of show we got here. All right. Yeah, I've... Speaking of the Lord of the Rings, Pixel, I've tried. I've tried to watch The Hobbit, all, you know, Hobbit movies. I've tried to watch Lord of the Rings. I can't. My best friend loves The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I just can't do it for the life of me. I can't. Every time I try to watch it, I fall asleep. Every time I fall asleep. And I feel so bad because I'm like, I try. I really do. And I'm like, I got through like half of it. And it's never enough. I'll get through like half of the first movie, and then I won't be able to get to the second movie. And I'm never going to get to the third movie. It's like 9 hours long. And then there's the Hobbit movies. I think like in combined, there's like 12 hours of content or something. It's more than that. But still, it's like, Jesus. And that's all I want. You know? Just, if I can watch all of Lord of the Rings, I think I'll be content. Because I really have been trying. And it would make my friend Ethan so happy. It would make him so happy that I was able to watch it. And that's all I want. That's all I want. Just to actually be able to talk to him about it. And he knows so much more about, the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy. And he's read the books. He's, really into that kind of stuff. And I'm just not. And I would just make him super happy. And that's, at the end of the day, that's all I want. I want to make him happy. Sounds a little bit gay. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. It's whatever. It's just the kind of person I am. I want to make sure, he's happy. I think it'd be really, really cool on my end to do something like that. And I think that's fair. I think a lot of people would agree with me. I don't know. Oh, you're wearing Vanoss Gaming merch? Damn it, I got hit. Isn't this just like an owl? I never really saw the interest in his merch. I always thought it was just like an owl. Why is my game lagging? Which is like cool. Like, it's cool logo to have. I was just like, dude, I'm gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like, an owl's cool and all, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? New topic. You know what? Why not? I have recently started playing Donkey Kong 64. Yeah, the N64 game. Yeah. Why? It's because I really like Banjo-Kazooie, and I've played that game enough times. So, Donkey Kong 64 is next, and it's similar games. Just makes me a good person. Yeah, that's true, I guess. That's true. But it's not as funny. I call myself gay because I being nice. Not as good. I'm not saying being gay is fun. Well, when you make it sound like that, like, it can be funny sometimes. But, like, I'm not saying being gay is, like, humorous. I should really watch what I say. One of these days, someone's going to cancel me, and that's just not going to be in my favor. I don't need James Charles coming after me. You know what I'm saying? Bless him and his makeup line. I just don't need it, though. Yeah, but I've been recently playing this game called, Donkey Kong 64. Very popular, very, very good game. I act like you guys don't know what it is. A lot of you probably don't. It's very old, but a very good game. Very fun. You play as Donkey Kong himself, and it's a good game. Just super, super fun. And I really, really enjoy it. I don't know. 3D platformers are, like, where it's at for me. I don't know. I just drawn towards them. Like, Crash Bandicoot's really good. I really love playing those games. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, very great games. I would recommend those to anybody ever. A game called Hat in Time, very good. I love that game. It's pretty fun. Recently, a game called Yooka-Laylee came out, which is like basically Banjo-Kazooie, just not as good. It's like, all right. And that, I played it. I still haven't beaten it. It was, I think, the first game I ever bought on Steam, actually. It's just not that good of a game. I'm, like, on the last world. It's just not that, I'm not that interested in playing it. I could probably beat it on stream one of these days. And I'd be down for that, honestly. The whole reason I stream is just to kind of motivate myself to play games I wouldn't necessarily play, or wouldn't do things that I wouldn't necessarily do, and then talk over them, of course. Like, I streamed the entire Dark Souls Soul Level 1 run. I would do it in my own time. It would just take forever. So with streaming it, I actually had to work towards it, and it was interesting. And I hated myself afterwards, more than I did normally, but, whatever. Hating yourself's just a part of life. Frankly, it is. It is. And as soon as you start loving yourself, you're doing something wrong. So that's, if there's one thing, another thing you should take out of today's stream, hate yourself. Okay? Because you're your own critic. You're your own biggest critic. So let's make it even worse. This fight can be really annoying when you don't have a good amount of damage. Which I don't. So there's that. I actually might die. Which is like, I'm fine with. I'm not necessarily playing my best. Oh my god. My first run was my best, and I'm kind of honestly cool with that. Like, I'm dead. I'm at, I'm at that point where I'm like, all right, I think I'm done streaming for a little bit. Not for a little bit. No, I'll probably get back to streaming probably tomorrow, honestly. Just like, it's got to that point of like the day where it's like, all right, I'll wrap it up. I mean, I'm not yet. I'm going to give it like another 10 minutes because I like talking. That's like, I like hearing myself talk. So, yeah. But I'm not trying my best anymore. Just playing for fun. What was I talking about before? I was talking about anime and Breaking Bad. Before that was politics. That was gaming. Lord of the Rings. What was I talking? I don't even remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about? It literally, like slipped through my mind. What was I talking about? Someone help me, please. Like, I had it. What the why can't I remember what I was talking about? This doesn't normally happen to me. Normally, I'm like that kind of person where it's like, oh yeah, I remember exactly what I was talking about. I don't at all. What was I? Like, if anyone can give me any hints, please. Please. Not Lord of the Rings. I completely slipped my mind. I guess I'll talk about something else. Oh, it was Donkey Kong 64 and like video games and stuff. Right, I remember. See, give me a second. I always get it. Yeah. You know, 3D platformers like that, my bread and butter. I know I've said that before, but they're really fun. They just like take a lot of time to play, and they're always so creative and interesting. And a lot of them are really playful and like fun. And they're just interesting presentation wise. And a big thing for me, I talk about streaming. Oh yeah, right. I was giving myself 10 minutes, but before that, it was video games. Thank you, Pixel. Bit delayed, but thank you. Yeah, I was gonna give myself like 10 more minutes on streaming. That's right. But it's just a lot of them have like good charm. Like a game like Conker's Bad Fur Day, another good one. Just 3D platformer. Where it's like story is like, oh, well, in Conker's case, it's, you know, inappropriate cat. I think like wants milk or something. It was something like that, and like people are coming after him. But yeah, I'll be playing through that soon. Actually, after DK64, I plan on playing that. And don't ask me how I'm playing it because it's definitely interesting. But yeah, they're always pretty fun. I would stream them, but I'd rather play them on my own time, you know? Because I'm very silent when I play those kind of games. I don't know why, I just kind of am. It's just, I'll be honest, I'm a very talkative person in real life, but when it comes to corrupting them, I'm bored. Yeah, that can be hella fun. I like playing Enter the Gungeon a ton, and you can put in mod the Gungeon and go from there. And it's not necessarily corrupting, but it's breaking the goddamn game, and I love it. You can just give yourself every single weapon in the game, and it just kind of breaks everything, and it's fun as fuck. But back to what I was saying before about me playing video games. I'm a very talkative person in real life. When I'm playing video games, not at all. The most I'll talk is to myself, which is creepy as hell. But that's just kind of how I do things. Like I'll do this, but just to myself. Like, oh, I need to do that. I need to do that. I'm talking to myself, and like I won't be in third person. I'll be like, I need to go over here. I need to do this, and I'll talk about my life to myself, which is why I'm decent at this, and which why I'm stuck on ranting, because I rant to myself more than I do anything else, which is like cool and all. But yeah, it actually is like a skill for me, this, because I talk so often to myself, because I like to think things out loud, and I like to have some idea of what what's the word I'm looking for? Of like what I want. And the best way I think to do that is to talk it out and say, you know, this is what I want out of this, you know. It's like if I want to go ask a girl out, I'm going to talk through the entire thing in my head out loud, do an entire reenactment. I'm going to dramatize it, make an entire play about it, write a script. I'm very careful, and I'm very out loud. I'm very loud as well. You can talk to anyone. If you can probably tell from my voice, I have a very car salesman-y voice. I would be selling people Chevys in a matter of a few years if it wasn't for the fact that I want to be an engineer. And I think I would do well with it. I'm not necessarily persuasive, but goddamn do I have a good voice. I have like a good monotone voice. You don't necessarily always want your voice to be monotone, but it's monotone to the point where it's like good. Like you might be able to tell I got a new mic, so everything sounds better. Anyways, damn it. With the new mic, I can actually hear myself a lot better than I would be with my old mic. And I got to say, I sound pretty good. It's just like my voice, and it's how I sound. And I don't really compliment myself. I kind of hate myself in everything I do, which is like sad to say, but also everyone does it. But I think one of the many things about me that is really good is my voice. I can't say that 2 years ago because I was a nasally fuck, but I can say it now with a lot of pride. I'm happy with how my voice is set. I do wish it was a little bit deeper sometimes. I do have a higher pitched voice than a lot of people I know. I mean, I could just make it deeper, but I don't really want to. I want to be able to talk normally and, rant normally. I don't know. I like to critique myself a lot. It's just something I think about, like, oh, wish I was taller. And when I tell people, they're like, why? And I'm like, no reason. Maybe, like, more advantage, like, women-wise, I guess. A lot of females like taller males. If you're, like, under 6 foot, you're, like, not a human. That's not all women, like, at all. Just, like, a lot of people, though. They really care about your height. And, like, I don't know. Height's, like, such an interesting thing. If you have height, you're, like, treated as a god. And I feel like so many more opportunities are available to you. If you're short, good luck even trying to reach the second shelf of the goddamn grocery store shelf. Good luck. This world, short people are oppressed. We short people are oppressed. I'm not even that short. I'm 5'7". I'm not necessarily done growing height-wise either. I'm like getting there. I just wish I was taller. I wish my hair wasn't as bad. Actually, recently, I say, it was October. It's been 4 months. I got a haircut in October by this nice elderly woman in Great Clips, and let me say, she did a bad job. and I'm mad. I'm still so annoyed about it because my haircut has been ruined forever. It was in October that my hair was cut. It's February and my hair still has not grown back to the point where I want it to. And constantly I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "God damn you, hair." I even do one of those hand gestures where I just like full palm, like just full open hand, just pointing at my hair, and you're so sorry you don't even remember being that short. It's so bad. Being short sucks because everyone is so much taller than you, and then you get made fun of for being short. It's so bad. I make fun of myself more than anyone makes fun about me getting short. It sucks. And my hair sucks. I have a weird thing with my pinkies too that are like crooked. It's a thing called clineodactyly. Basically where the bone in the pinky didn't fully grow. And so it curves. You can look up crooked pinky, and the first few pictures would be exactly what my pinky looks like. I actually found that there was a whole medical term about it. And I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. Wish I didn't have that. It's really unique, but it's just like not interesting enough. It is like one of the first things I like to tell people. No, that's not true. If that was true, then I would be like on a sex offender list or something. But it's like I get to know people, and then I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool, I guess. Look at my pinkies. It's such an odd thing to talk about too. It's just like, oh, that's odd. Like I have some really crooked pinkies, and I don't know why. They're so much shorter than the rest of my hand. And it doesn't like affect anything. Actually, I feel like it's a gift. It's like a blessing. It's just odd. Like, people are like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, yeah, it is. My mom, actually, my birth mother has crooked pinkies in the same way. And that's about it for our connection. My hands also like to crack whenever I make a fist. It's because of the bones, enough room between the bones that my fingers are able to crack pretty easily, which is really cool. I don't know why, I just thought it was always really cool. And I couldn't do it for a while, and then just one day I was like, oh, my hands crack now. Cool, that's interesting. Why did my game... Okay, that was odd. Just one of the things. I'm not going to do it on stream because, yeah, it kind of sounds horrible. Well, not to me. I think it sounds, kind of satisfying. But to a lot of people, it's, like, very off-putting. And I'm not going to put people through that unless they volunteer themselves or I'm in front of them. Because I will. I know there's a lot of people I'm friends with who don't like that sound of fingers being cracked. And I say, haha, fuck you. And then I do it anyways. Not in, like, an annoying way. Just, like, I'll sneak up on them, hit them with a little, and they're done. They're done. They, like... they, like... they close all up their body, and they're just like, oh! It just makes me laugh. It brings a smile to my face. And then I wonder why God hates me so much. No wonder I'm so short and I have horrible hair. It's because I pull shit like this. I'm like Loki. I'm like the god of fucking mischief. No wonder. I wouldn't want me to be, like this. But if there was a god, if there is a god, I should say, not was, he's to blame for all this. I mean, trust me. I know I could draw in any lady any day. But to myself, nah, dog. I'm not that interesting. All I got is personality. And I have a very small amount to that, too. My personality is called, let me just take that real quick. It's kind of it. It's basically it. All right. I am going to finish this level up, but I think I'm going to end it off here. I'm going to leave... I'm probably not going to leave this run for whenever I stream next because I'm definitely going to play this game again. Probably tomorrow. But I probably will stream again sometime here in the future. I'm hoping again this week. I'd like to get back onto the grind, as a lot of people would put it. I don't like that word, but I'm going to use it here because it works. I would like to get back on the whole whole YouTube grind, I guess. I like streaming. It's calming. It's therapeutic almost. It's so fun. It's fun. That's what it is. I talk for an hour about mindless stuff until people start watching. And, yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed. Pixel, thank you for sticking around. I hope you have a great night as well. And if you do pick this game up, let me know how you love it, because I hope that you do. I enjoy this game very much. And can't wait to see you in future streams. Alrighty. Well, for the rest of you that aren't here, thank you guys for watching. I know it's an odd place to end it. We're literally in the middle of a run, but this run isn't going to go anywhere. I foresee it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, I guess. You're welcome to do that, please, I guess. I'll see you guys soon, I guess. The word I guess is going to come out of my mouth a lot. But I'll hopefully see you soon. Possibly later this week. Maybe tomorrow if I have time. Because I would love to stream again tomorrow. So, yeah. Take care. Leave a like. Subscribe. See you guys whenever. Bye. I really need a better outro than that. Jeez. Alright. Actually, bye this time.